Hello students and welcome to my class, maths class, and today we are going to explore one more math lab activity which is for class 9th. So let's begin. Yes, here we are. So the aim of this activity is to construct a square root spiral and obtain the approximate value of root 2, root 3, root 5 and so on. And we will also see the real life applications of this square root spiral design, right? And let me know that for this activity what we require, the required materials is a sheet of paper, ruler, compass, markers, pencil, and this is a set square to draw perpendicular. Now let's start. First of all, what we will do, we will draw a number line here. So for this I am drawing a number line. I am drawing a number line here and marking this number line as L and marking the points here 1 unit apart. But see, 1 unit, if I take 1 unit as 1 centimeter, it will be too small. Okay, if I draw the spiral, then it will be too small spiral. So I am taking here 1 unit equals to 2 centimeter, right? So I am taking the unit as 2 centimeter. So I will mark the points here by 2 centimeter apart like this. So here is my point 0, 0 will lie, here point 1, then point 2, then 3, then 4 and so on. Now where the point 0 is lying, I am marking this point as a capital O, right? So mark it a capital. And where 1 is lying, I am marking it as A. Now the next step is that I will draw a perpendicular AB at this point A, such that the length of AB is 1 unit. And you know 1 unit here I have taken as 2 centimeters. So I have to draw a perpendicular here which is of 2 centimeter length, right? So here I am drawing this perpendicular, right? So this is our point B. Now what we have to do? We will join AB. We will join this point B to O. So like this, I am joining these points. Now to represent this OB, I will mark an arc by taking O as center and OB as my radius. So like this, I have taken O as center and OB as the radius. I will drop down this point and draw an arc on the number line L. The point at which this arc is intersecting line L, I will label this point as P. Now, you know very well, according to the Pythagorean theorem, h square is equals to the sum of p square and b square. So here, if triangle OAB, here this triangle OAB is a right angle triangle at point A. That means this is of 90 degree. So OB square will be equal to the sum of OA square and AB square. So see, here OA we have taken 1 unit and AB is also 1 unit. So the value of OB is equal to square root of 2. Now OB is equals to OP. Why? Because these are the radii of the same circular region. If we will draw the circle with radius OB or OP, we will be getting the same circle, right? So this OB is going to represent root 2 because square of OA, that is 1 and square of AB is also 1 and their sum is equals to 2 and square root of 2 is like this. So OB is going to represent square root of 2. Now similarly, moving in this fashion, at point B, we will draw a perpendicular which is again of 1 unit, that is here we have taken 2 centimeter. So again I am going to draw a perpendicular at point B which is of length 2 centimeter here, like this, and mark this point as C. I am marking this point as C. Now I am going to join OC. Now the value of OC will be given by square of root 2. Square of root 2 will give you 2 and square of 1 will give you 1. So 2 plus 1 is going to 3. So this OC will represent a value root 3, like this. Okay. Now I will again take my compass and with O as center and OC as my radius, this OC as my radius, will draw an arc to intersect line L at another point. Let's suppose label it as Q. Now I am labeling this point which is intersecting the line L at Q. This arc is intersecting which drawn with center O and radius OC and it is intersecting line L at Q. Now this OC is equals to OQ because these are the radii of the same arc. This same arc CQ. CQ is the arc and OC and OQ are the radii of the same arc. So these are equal in length. So if OC is root 3 according to the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle triangle OBC, so this OC is also equal to OQ. So OQ is also root 3. So this is how we are getting the length of, approximate length of root 3 on the number line. Like this way, you can move in this manner again and again, drawing the perpendicular of 1 unit as per your scale. Whatever scale you have chosen, as per that scale, you can draw the perpendicular and move on in this manner. So here at C again, I have drawn a perpendicular CD. Now I'm going to join OD. So length of OD is root 4. Why 4? Because here OC is root 3 and the square of root 3 will give you 3 and this CD is of 1 unit. So 3 plus 1 is 4 and this will be given by the square root of 4. Similarly, moving in this fashion, again I am going to draw a perpendicular here, like this, and mark this point as E. Mark this point as point E. Now we are going to join this ode E, and the length of OE is root 5. Okay. Now again we are going to draw a perpendicular of 1 unit at point E. This perpendicular is EF. Now we are going to join OF to get the value of root 6. So this, the length of OF will be root 6. See, I'm moving in this fashion. The same steps I'm going to repeat, and each time I'm drawing the perpendicular and labeling it and moving and joining O with the next point. So now here at F, at OF, I'm going to draw the perpendicular with the help of the set square. I'm drawing the perpendicular. So this is again of 2 centimeter length, because my unit, one unit is 2 centimeter. That's why I'm taking 2 centimeter. You can choose as per your choice, right? Now again, I'm going to join this next point with O. Here, this point is G, right? And this OG, the length of OG will be equal to root 7. This way, you can move further. Now let's draw. At the end, if you have finished till root 10, you will find that a beautiful design of the spiral you will get. So this is another point which we have got by drawing the perpendicular. This point is point H. Now again I am going to join this OH, so that I will be getting the value of root 8. So this is the value of root 8. Approximate value, obviously, right? Because there are maybe chances of some errors, but we will try to make our work as accurate as possible. So again at point H, I am going to draw the perpendicular of 1 unit like this. This is point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So this is point I. Now join OI to get the value of root 9. So this is the value of root 9. Again, draw the perpendicular at I. This is the perpendicular, and this is your point J. Okay, and join OJ to get the value of, yes, get the value of root 10. So like this, you will be getting a square root spiral. Okay, आपको इसी फैशन में मूव होते जाना. You have to continue in this similar way. Same way, if you move on, you will be getting a beautiful design of the square root spiral, or you can say the Pythagorean spiral. And if you want to find out the values of these things, now if I take OS center and this OD as my radius, I will be getting the value of root 4. And what is the value of root 4? Yes, come on. You know, all you You are knowing. Yes, it is equals to 2. Root 4 is equals to 2. Now, if I'm going to draw this OD at my number line, I will find that this is exactly intersecting at the value 2. Look at this. See, here it is coming at point 2. I have marked it as like this. Okay, 2 centimeter apart. So this point is equal to R. So that means this OD is equals to R. Now, what was our observation? Our observation was the length of OB is equals to OP, which is equal to root 2, and the length of OC is equal to OQ, which is equals to root 3, and the length of OD will be equal to OR, which is equal to root 4, or I can say 2 units. So see, we have verified this, and at the end we are getting a beautiful spiral design at the end. Now you will be wondering that, ma'am, okay, this is a spiral design, but what is the use of it in real life? So my dear students, there are plenty of use of this design in art and architectural field. You can draw various art designs, and if you have observed in some buildings, the staircases are in this spiral design. So from where they got this inspiration? This inspiration they have got from the nature, as you will find this architectural design in nature as well. And thanks to our mathematicians, the ancient Greek mathematicians, Pythagorean, which helps us to explore, which have find it out this design, which they have find it out the existence of another kind of numbers like irrational numbers. They have given first to the world the irrational systems, irrational number, like, so this is root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6 and so on, which are all irrational numbers. But remember, these are real numbers, as you can easily represent these root values on the number line. So all of these values are real values, right? So these are the real number system. Here is a beautiful spiral design, and let me show you. If you will draw this, you will extend this is the bigger spiral design which I have drawn up to root 17. Like this, you may also explore it further, you may also continue it further after root 10, and you will be getting the first layer of spiral. And if I will be continuing more further to it, I would require a bigger sheet, and we will getting the second layer of this spiral. Okay, now let me show you some real life applications of this. Here are the steps which we have to continue till root 17, or as per your wish. If you want to explore more, you can try it further. Then this is what you will get at the end. This kind of design you will be getting at the end. Then this is the real life application in the architectural designs. The engineers, the architects are using this spiral design in staircases, building the staircases. And further also there is one example which is the present of this spiral design in nature also. So I hope you all have liked this video,